Have you ever had specialty dining on a cruise ship? A lot of people like it. In today's episode of the Lido Loca Cruise Show, we're going to answer the question, specialty dining, is it worth the hype? Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Lido Loca Cruise Show. I'm your host, Tony. If you enjoy cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of our content. Specialty dining is one of those ways to enhance your cruise experience. It's one of those ways to elevate your food choices. It's one of those ways to spend more money. I don't guess spend should be in quotations marks because you do spend more money on your cruise. But the question is raised, is it worth the hype? Okay, the first question that was raised in my mind is, how many people do it? Do a lot of people do it? Do a lot of people don't do it? I posed the question over in the Lido Loca cruising community. I set up a poll over there and I said, have you ever had specialty dining? At the time of the recording of this video, we had 930 respondents with 608 people saying yes, they have had specialty dining, 322 people saying no, they had not. 65% of the people responding to that poll had tried specialty dining. There must be something to it, right? But let's do this. I will give you a list of 5 pros for specialty dining, and then I've got a list of just 2 cons, and maybe after we work through these lists, we can decide specialty dining, is it worth the hype? So what's so great about specialty dining? Well, number 1 on my list is it is an elevated food option. For the most part, the promise to you as the cruiser paying extra money is that the food is going to either be really good or great. It's going to be elevated from the food that you can get at the buffet or at the main dining room or at another included food option. Number 2, closely related, the ambiance, the environment in which you eat is also supposedly going to be an elevated eating experience. You're gonna have a more intimate setting than the main dining room. You're gonna have nicer furniture, a nicer location to eat your meal, elevated food, and elevated ambiance. Number 3, nicer food, nicer ambiance, better service, the best service as it were. Now, I've gotten plenty of great service in the main dining room. I'm not saying that service is not good, but I'm saying when you're paying extra money in the specialty dining, part of the implied promise there is that not only will you get better food in a better place, you will get it served to you in a better way, a more focused, a more attentive, a better service experience. The number 4 item on my list of pros for specialty dining is that you're getting food that is made to order. If you think about food in the main dining room or food in the main buffet, to serve that many people, there has to be some pre-prep to the food. We've got to tour several galleys and people show us how they put all the food together at the end. And yes, your food's plated almost at real time and then sent out to the dining room and the main dining room. But a lot of that food has been prepped in advance so that it can be easily prepared at the time that it's needed. On the flip side, when you go to a specialty restaurant, this is an experience where you anticipate that your food is going to be made to order, therefore a better quality of food and experience. And the last item I want to put on the list as a pro for specialty dining, and this is one I hear a lot, you get a really great meal for a price that is less than what you would normally have to pay for at land. So if you think of a nice steakhouse at land, Ruth Chris Steakhouse, Morton's, those kind of places, sometimes it can cost you anywhere between $120 or $200 per person just to have a nice steak, a nice glass of wine, some classy appetizer. It's costly. $100 to $200 a person. The cruise line experience doesn't come anywhere close to that price. $50 is a lot on a cruise line, maybe $60, $70, but a lot of times you're getting specialty dining. There's some great $15 specialty dining. There's some great $15 specialty dining, $20, $30 specialty dining. You're not spending $120 per person as you might if you are out on land trying to get a nice special dinner. Now onto the cons as I can see them. The first big one is sometimes it takes a long time to go through the specialty dining process. Again, you're getting a more attentive service. You're getting food that's prepared to order. You're getting a whole experience, and sometimes that experience takes longer than the main dining room. Sometimes it takes longer than definitely what the buffet would, and it's longer than if you just went to like a casual dining place that's included on the cruise ship. Specialty dining, not only does it cost you money, but it is a time investment. And that brings us to number 2. It costs money. I just mentioned it. Specialty dining costs money, and why would you spend money when there is plenty of included food options? Why would you pay for all this food when it's included? You got the main dining room included. You got the buffet included. You've got other included food options. Does it make a lot of sense to pile extra money onto your shipboard account just so that you can have a steak? That's the big con for specialty dining. Now the big question, and I can only answer it for myself, sometimes yes and sometimes no. I've enjoyed a lot of specialty dining. A lot of times a rationale for us to try specialty dining is so that we can share it with you. But there is part of me, something deep on the inside, that every time I'm signing a check and adding on an additional tip for specialty dining, I'm like, I could have just eaten in the MDR for free. The food wasn't that much better that I wanted to elevate my experience, but I do see the appeal of it. And there are some specialty dining restaurants that it's definitely worth the experience. I'm thinking about on the Celebrity Equinox, we ate La Petite Chef. It was one of the coolest meals I've ever had. Definitely worth the money. But now that I've eaten at 4 or 5 different steakhouses, paying $30, $40 extra dollars just to go get a better cut of ribeye and some nice sauteed mushrooms, it doesn't make a lot of sense other than to show it, right? Other than to show it. But spending that extra money, I don't know. But this is one of those cruise life decisions. It's going to come down to each individual. If you look at the comments on that poll I put in the Lido Loca cruising community, there's a variety of different approaches from, yeah, I always do it. It's one of my favorite experiences to, why would I do this? This is a waste of money. People vary. That's the beautiful thing about the cruise life. So I guess the answer is you have to determine whether or not it's worth it for you, but it is a great conversation inside of that cruise life, and that's the question I'll leave you for the comments. Specialty dining, have you had it? Do you feel like it's worth it? What was your favorite specialty dining restaurant? Mine was La Petite Chef, and as a matter of fact, I made a great video for La Petite Chef, almost the full experience. Check that out here. Let's continue the conversation below. Hit the like button. This is Tony with the Lido Loca Cruise Show, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.